Hello everyone, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 5th edition. Last time we pressed on through the Underdark and managing to avoid attack by bullets, we instead made it over to this myconoid colony, did some trading and found out about the stuff in our head and the possible mushrooms that we might collect in order to try and fix some of our problems. But for now, we should go and find the myconoid leader and see what it is we can do to possibly assist them. Here's the Sovereign.
What is the creature doing to those corpses?
Good things, I'm sure.
The Sovereign's thick fingers stroke the corpse at its feet. A droning melody greets you as the creature turns its gaze to you.
Flesh Stalker, I show you a memory. Watch and listen.
A violent vision grips you. Dwegar, dark dwarves, chopping myconid remains.
They broke our peace. They killed our young.
The Sovereign's song slows to the pace of a dirge. It is still in mourning.
We laid waste to many, but intruders remain. Lakewood.
The Sovereign's song halts as it measures your worth.
I sense your resolve. You will find Dwegar invaders near Lake's edge. Cleanse the rot. Destroy them.
Dwegar killed their children. The blade must avenge them.
Yeah, I think we can handle that.
An illusion comes over you. A Dwegar choking on a cloud of gleaming dust.
I can spare you no warrior. Too many were lost. But accept this gift. It will help you exterminate.
The Sovereign gifts you one more vision. A wall of vines parting to reveal glowing
Riches of magic and mind. Cleanse the rot, and they are yours. You do the circle a service. We will await word.
It replies with an echoing screech and returns its gaze to the corpse. Unusual spores waft from the decaying flesh.
And we have received a haste spore flask. Thousands of white spores buzz against the glass, impatient to be released. So let's split that.
I'll take that.
So we can each hold one. Someone told me, in the comments as well, that Volo's Ursat's Eye can be a -1 intelligence +1 charisma magic item. But I'm going to guess that I would need to do something like, I know if you go to the hag and seek her help, she can take one of your eyes out in trying to take out the tadpole, and then you end up with all kinds of penalties. And I guess you need a slot for an eye or something before you can equip it, because otherwise I don't really understand what I would be doing with it. So if we head on down these mushrooms, we can see what else is going on in town here. We can't take any of the mushrooms, that would be stealing, and we don't want to annoy anybody around here. Wyll is possibly confused for a short moment there, but he's over it. This is the Wall of Vines, where there are some magic items and things behind, so we'll hope to retrieve those later. We've got various servant creatures. Another trader.
Seems the shrooms are letting in more people every day. You see a fella on his own on your way in. Dwarf. Balin's his name.
Haven't seen him.
Right. Never mind.
Could you show me your wares? Oh. +1 longbow, +1 shortbow. Herbalist gloves. If the wearer heals a poisoned creature, it is no longer poisoned. Very interesting, although healing creatures is not something we typically do day to day. We are very low on cash at the moment. However, Potion of Invisibility and large healing potions I think are worth trading off some of our other stuff. Let's see. Some of these scrolls we might be able to cast, but I'm not going to double check what we can and can't. So we'll get rid of some of that stuff, and I'll take all of your potions. I'll take a bomb if I can afford it. What could we trade back for a bomb? Sort me by value, please. +1 dagger. We've got +1 weapons aplenty, so we can trade that off. And I don't think we need any of the rest of this stuff. So I'll make that trade. Thank you ever so much. Do you need help finding this person?
Knock yourself out. But don't come begging for coin if you find him. You try to ransom him to me, you'll find yourself skint and stuck with a fat old lout.
Alrighty. I just want to check. We've had lots of approval from Wyll, and somewhere around here there is a stat for how you're doing with your relationships. But I've no idea where that is. I'm sure I've seen it around before. It's not that. It's not that. I'm sure I've seen a screen that shows how your relationships are with your pals. Character sheet, proficiency, melee attacks, race human, class warlock, urchin, passive features, pacts, tags human, humanoid, Baldarian, warlock, great old one, equipment, inventory, character panels. This is all the same stuff. Spells, journal, map. I'm sure there was a screen for it, but maybe I've gone mad. But I'm just assuming that we have really good friendship. Oh, there you go. Approval. It's on Wyll's sheet. Medium. Relationship is fair. Characters' trust in players is variable. And here I thought we'd really gotten onto Wyll's sweet side already. So now we're looking for a random person down here in the darkness as well. And over here we can meet Glut.
Fleshwalker, tongue talker, far you've come. Reach into memory. Tell me of home.
Alright, I'll share my story with you. The green and fertile lands.
It cringes in response to your sunny vision and reveals its own home. A humid cove filled with decaying myconid corpses.
Whoever destroyed my people. I am a sovereign with no circle. This circle does not welcome me. But I have heard the song
Yeah, that sounds great.
Remain in the Underdark, and I will follow. We cleanse the rot together.
And with that, we pick up Glut to our party. Glut is a myconoid with the attack Fist, 2d4 plus 2 bludgeoning and 2d4 poison damage. No ranged attacks, but we can also instead multi-attack for 3d4 plus 2, 3d4 poison, 3d4 plus 2. Aim 3 attacks at a target. The first and last deal 3d4 plus 2 bludgeoning damage, and the second deals 3d4 poison damage. We can also use our animated spores to release spores at a corpse to animate it as a spore servant under your command. So that is going to be very handy. So we can also leave out in this direction. There's stuff in that direction, stuff over here, there's stuff down there. There is all kinds of directions we can go in, each of which have their own potential threats. But I think, for right now,
Balin, where are you?
we're going to quickly go off and see if we can't find this Balin
Best be on my way.
and help bring him back. Because we're good little heroes, and I think that is something we can do. A deep hole, eh?
Looking into the hole, you see only darkness. It's impossible to tell how deep it goes by sight alone.
Shout hello.
Your call echoes as it plunges downward, before gradually fading away.
Is this where the bullet lives? Could I throw a bomb in it and then not have to worry about the bullet anymore? Because that would be a great result for me.
Another step forward. Something feels sharp, deep, and still fresh. Some monster did this, marking its territory.
Right, if we pop down here... Oh. I don't know what a Krasm Keeper is, but I want it. Those guys are just going to keep going up and down that vine. That's fine. And there over there is Balin. So, these plants, bibberbangs, you can imagine, quite explosive. However, with a mage hand... If we gently wander through, there's our guy. Here's his backpack.
Anyone hear me?
Yes, I can. My game's frozen though. Oh no, I just had it on the tooltip. We throw this bag to that guy. He can grab... Oh, get out of there! Get out of there! That wasn't what I hoped for, if I'm honest. I really thought he was going to have a scroll of Misty Step in his bag. But I guess it's not to be today. Scroll of Invisibility is not what's going to do it for him. There's the Scroll of Misty Step you should have had, sir. You should have used that immediately. But hey, I'll just have to take it off your hands, I suppose. If this stuff isn't gonna re-explode, we can have a quick look over here. Is this something of interest? A cup of oil? It's just a cup of oil. Got some valuable stones, perhaps? How much are you worth? Something, I hope. Other candles. Other fancy stones. But it looks like that did not go quite to plan. Never mind, eh? These things happen. Adventuring is a tough job and you can't win them all. Let's get back up these vines then.
At the ready.
Now
there's more bibberbangs up here, which I hadn't really noticed when we got to this point. So let's hope everyone else gets back just peachy. And then once we're at a safe-ish distance, we can worry about dealing with that. In the one way we know, which is Eldritch Blast everything that looks even remotely threatening. When in doubt, Eldritch Blast. I'm not sure if... Oh, these are noxious fumes. Inflicts poison. Lovely. Oh no, inflicts poisonous fumes. Deals 3d4 poison damage per turn. 107 turns remaining. So that's going to be there for a little while. Susa Bloom. Bright blue flower picked from a budding Susa tree. Exudes a honey-sweet aroma which turns foul and eventually fades away if the bloom is exposed to sunlight. Well, we do know that we were looking for Susa bark in order to try and smith a weapon. So if this is a Susa tree, we might find some Susa bark. But there are hook horrors around which don't seem too inviting. So I think I'm going to wait for all of this stuff to disappear, and then it's either going to be pushing through this direction, although I'm not sure what's at the end of there, or we can double back and head down this way. That looks like more like where I want to be right now. So maybe we'll skip the hook horrors.
These boots have seen everything.
We can get another conjured imp in a minute if we need to.
Moving in.
Very, very worried about bullet spawning. Can happen at any moment. We are always at risk of bullet death. Does this myconoid have anything in its pockets? Haste spores. The sponge-like pouch is filled with fluffy white spores. They make your heart pace and your feet tingle. And how about this dead dwarga? Gold? I'll always take gold. Thank you ever so much. So there's another path and a giant kind of clearing over there. Something down that end, which I think I remember in relation to this giant structure. And then over here, we sent an imp down in this direction previously. And since this one is up and about, let's just pop some invisibility on. And fly on down here. So, because our imp came down to this area way, way, way long ago in our previous excursion flying around, we revealed these dwerga up on this side, because classically the encounter goes, your party gets down to this beach, these guys appear up at the top, they surprise you, and then you have to deal with being fought against whilst they have the high ground and loads of these Dwergar are risen as zombies. But we're going to get the jump on them, it seems, by attacking from behind. And it seems right now there is Holvik, Lurgan, and Kek Cole. So I think we should be able to start a fight from this side in slightly more relative safety. And so from where we are, we might even be able to, I wonder, if I put my imp there.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Although it is invisible, so this is going to be harder to do. Path is interrupted, so we can't attack quite far down such a steep angle. We might be able to from just there. Particularly with Eldritch Blast in its range. What is that? That's Holvik down there. That's a terrible sound. That's a terrible sound. Oh, we are so lucky. Right. I was about to say we could probably attack with Eldritch Blast from up here, although that slight disturbance does have me a little bit paranoid. But yeah, we can just about hit these guys. So join me next time where we will ambush them and hope that nature's other creatures don't ambush us in the meantime. And we'll see if we don't TPK in spectacular fashion. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.